Hi, welcome back to another episode of Revolutionary G Talks. For those that don't know me, my name is Giselle Ureña, and I am so happy that you're here with us today. I'm excited because this episode is one that is going to touch a lot of hearts. It definitely touched mine when I came across Joshua Santiago's Instagram not too long ago at Empowering Cuts. And this Instagram showed how this individual, this young man, is doing haircuts for the homeless. But not only doing that, he's touching millions of lives, and he is now with a nonprofit organization that is impacting, helping, and making a change in our world. So help me welcome Joshua Santiago. Hi, Joshua.
Hey, 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 how you doing? Thank you so much for having me. Seriously, I truly appreciate it.
No, thank you for saying yes that quickly. When I reached out to Joshua, the yes was like this. I was so surprised because I get so many no's. So thank you. Thank you for
No,
being open.
no, you're welcome. I just have an understanding that it's extremely important to support everyone, So,
Thank you. Thank you. So why don't you give a little bit about yourself, a little background?
so my name is Joshua Santiago. I'm the founder of a local nonprofit organization based out of Philadelphia called EmpoweringCuts. For the last 7 years of my life, I've been traveling the country providing free haircuts for the less fortunate. And I'm just so passionate about what I do that literally in life I can't see myself doing anything else but this. And my journey really begun when I was a kid. I always wanted to be a barber because my brother, he was my role model, and everything that my brother wanted to do is what I wanted to do. And from him doing all the wrong things, which is what I wanted to do, to him becoming a barber. And he was kind of forced to be a barber because my dad at an early age, my dad couldn't afford to take me to the barbershop. So my dad would cut my hair and he would jack us up every single time because he didn't have the experience. And when my brother picked up the clipper, my brother was way better than my dad. And that's really what made me want to become a barber because of my brother. And throughout my years of growing up, I was in and out of juvenile detention center. When I turned 18, I was in and out of the adult system. And that was because I always felt like I had to fend for myself. My mom was on drugs, so my mom was never in my life. My dad, he was a functional addict, so he prioritized other things. And I just felt like I had to fend for myself. So when I turned 24, I got locked up and I was sitting in the county jail for a little bit over a year. And when I came home, I just told myself that I just had to do something differently. I enrolled into barber school, and when I enrolled into barber school, my barber instructor, he would take the whole class to shelters. That's how I learned how to cut hair. And his method was, listen, we're gonna go to these shelters and you guys are going to volunteer, but at the same time, y'all gonna be giving back. And the experience of me being able to provide a free haircut to someone that was less fortunate and couldn't afford it meant more to me than to actually receive money for it. So when I started providing the free haircuts here in Philadelphia, but I went to school in Wilmington, Delaware. But when I started providing the free haircuts here in Philadelphia, I just knew that homelessness doesn't just reside here in my hometown. So I just took that as an opportunity to start traveling the country, providing free haircuts. And I've
Wow.
been to multiple places. So that's just a little bit of everything.
Wow, wow, that is so empowering. And that is such a touching story to hear
For
because
sure.
I appreciate your vulnerability to be open about your journey. I think there is so much power and strength behind it. I myself can relate to a lot of things that you have said already, and one of them is the value that you saw on the needy, on the homeless. I was homeless for 6 years. Um,
Uh,
so I appreciate you for what you're doing. My question to you is, what about empowering cuts is what's the mission? What's the purpose behind it? Why are you, what is it?
so a lot of people, because especially through social media, because we try to leverage social media to the best of our ability, only because that's where a lot of our, supporters come from, social media. A majority of the donations that we raise for our nonprofit organizations through social media as well. So we get a lot of, a lot of, oh, these guys just provide free haircuts and stuff like that. But it's deeper than that, like Empowering Cuts did start off as organization that just strictly provided free haircuts. Now we're partnered up with numerous treatment centers. So not only are we giving these individuals a haircut, but right after they're done and they're able to look themselves in the mirror, the majority of them say, man, damn, I wish I had the opportunity to go inside of a treatment center. So we already have them connections. So majority of the time, right after they get their haircut, we're able to place them individuals right into a facility. So we do that. We feed the homeless. We clothe the homeless. The most important part, honestly, is us taking the time to get to know these individuals for who these individuals actually are. There's numerous nonprofit organizations that go down there and feed the homeless. There's numerous nonprofit organizations that go down there and, clothe the homeless and stuff like that. But we talking about a nonprofit organization that might go down there with 200 burgers and run out of 200 burgers in the next 30 minutes and they leave. And there's a possibility that they're never coming back. Us, we stick around for 5, 6 hours at a time because we're creating a vibe with these individuals. We're letting these individuals know, like, listen, we're here for y'all. So it's just extremely important for me, but also for the volunteers that volunteer with Empowering Cuts to know that customer service is number one, regardless of their circumstances. And we're going to treat them individuals like the beautiful people that they actually are. Because as I say all the time, the most beautifulest people that I ever met in my entire life are the individuals that sit in my chair every single day.
Wow, wow. Talk
Yeah,
about humility. Talk about humbleness. This is amazing. Thank you for sharing. My question to you is what what is an advice that you can give an individual that doesn't think that there is purpose behind what they're doing? Because some may think, oh, it's just a haircut.
yeah,
But in a haircut, you are changing a life. You're
yeah,
giving that person, I can only imagine what that homeless
yeah,
person is going through when he sees himself on the mirror again and feel like he's seeing a handsome man, like he's back to life, where he's like being born again. Like,
yeah,
I can only imagine the transformation that happens in their mindset, in their heart, just with a
yeah.
simple haircut. So what would be your advice?
Honestly, man, I feel like I just got it's just so many mixed emotions right now, and like as I talk, like that's when a lot of people know, like, man, this guy is really passionate about what he do because I really love what I do so much. My advice would honestly be that these these individuals, I feel like they go through enough on a day-to-day basis. You know, I feel like panhandling is just one of them, which is extremely dehumanizing because you got people that have spit on these individuals. You got people that that roll down the window and throw trash at these people. Oh, go get a job. If it was that easy, honestly, they will all have a job. But the thing here is that you got individuals that been doing hardcore drugs. If their homelessness is wrapped around drug addiction, hardcore drugs since the age of 9 years old, 10 years old. And we're talking about hard drugs. We're talking about heroin at the age 9 and 10 years old. And they did it with a family member. Let's just say a mom or a dad. And I met numerous occasions like that. Like the other day, I met this female. She was 15 years old, pregnant, down Kensington, prostituting, and on drugs real heavy. We're talking about 15. Like, that's somebody's daughter. That's somebody's cousin. That's somebody, like, it, so my advice will honestly be to, my advice will honestly be that regardless of how discouraging, regardless of what you're doing, regardless of how discouraging it might get sometimes, I feel like you find your niche or whatever it is that you're doing and really just stay down, and don't lose, honestly, don't lose when you reach a certain when you reach a certain status, don't lose the humanity aspect of it, and just always know that you're serving these individuals and serve these individuals with an open heart, So that honestly will be my best advice that I possibly can give, because like I serve every single day with an open heart, and what I mean by open heart is more like I man, when these individuals come inside, and I know that's a whole nother, conversation, but when these individuals come inside of this mobile barbershop that we created, they're coming in there, it's set up for them in a way that they're comfortable when they come in. They could dig in a refrigerator, grab a water bottle, grab a juice, grab some chips, make coffee if they want to do that. They got a bathroom inside of there. We have a TV and something as simple as giving one of these individuals the remote and just being like, hey, just put it on whatever you want to put it on makes their day, like, and it's crazy because we'll be sitting inside the mobile barbershop catching a vibe and they'll put something crazy on TV and it's like, bro, what are we listening to right now? But honestly, like, it's just nothing but just love and a lot of laughter and for that 20 to 30 to 40 minutes depending on what they're getting done, I feel like they're in a safe space. They don't got to worry about looking after, looking behind their back and looking over their shoulder. They don't got to worry about no knuckleheads, coming through, doing something crazy to them, because here in Philadelphia, especially the Kensington section, you got a lot of homeless individuals that sleep out in the streets and they're scared to go to sleep at nighttime. They sleep during the day. They don't sleep at night because there's kids out here that are coming and smash homeless people heads in with fucking bricks and stuff. Like, it's a lot of people out here doing a lot of foul things to the homeless community. So like, definitely just serve with an open heart. That's really it.
And what I value the most that you're sharing is that purpose has to do with serving. So
For sure, without a doubt.
no matter what you're doing,
Yeah,
I value the advice of no matter how discouraging whatever you're doing gets, as long as you're serving and you're finding that community that you're serving to, focus on that, and that humbleness and that human in you to never let go of that, no matter what. And
yeah,
I appreciate that you are a role model and a living testimony of how to respond to growth and hitting that level of success. Because for those that don't follow him, right on the screen, I'll be putting his Instagram. Take a look at his page. This man is incredibly talented. He has
thank you.
amazing talent with haircut, and he is touching many lives. And if you want to pour in and just sow into his nonprofit, don't hesitate and click on the link on his bio. So my question to you, Joshua, is what has been one of the biggest challenges that you have endured while trying to pursue this passion of yours?
Um, it would definitely have to be wrapped around like financial, because we're in a nonprofit world. So it's like when you first start off a nonprofit, obviously you can't pay yourself salary or even bring that up to your board members because you guys don't have no money coming in for real, so it would definitely be financial for sure, for sure. But I feel like once you have your business structured the right way, to be honest, and once you start figuring out how to apply for certain grants, and even if you don't have the money to hire a grant writer, because grant writers can be expensive, um, just filling out grants on your own will really get you used to the whole grant, system,
Yeah.
which can be like very tricky. But honestly, I would definitely say it would definitely be wrapped around, financial and definitely a lot of personal stuff as well. I feel like sometimes, us incorporating the treatment aspect to it is fairly new, to be honest. So it was, us trying to find out a way because it was like, cool, we're giving these individuals haircuts, but it has to be something other than just a haircut, you know, like it has to be something where we can really make an impact in these individuals' lives. And it was always cool, you know, the haircuts, getting to know these people, all of that was cool. But it was like, man, how can we make an impact in their lives? And we added the, you know, treatment thing to it. And honestly, ever since then, it just grew to a whole nother thing, you know, and we're partnered up with so many, you know, treatment centers and so many shelters and so many other resources so we can help these individuals that's ready for the help because we have an understanding that when they say that they're ready, we got to act on that super fast, you know, because the last thing that we want is for them to leave and possibly never come back, you know, like so it's like we react on that super fast and we take that extremely serious, you know. And that's just like the volunteers that volunteer with Empowering Cuts as well. They know that, you know, listen, you guys, y'all volunteering, but please, you know, serve with an open heart and get to know these individuals for who they are. And if you guys feel like, you know, they're ready for some treatment, please call me over. I would love to talk to them, you know. So there's a
Yes.
lot that goes into it.
Wow. What is an advice that you can give someone that wants to start their own business? What is some of the first few steps that you recommend they do?
As far as like a nonprofit organization, would you say?
Yes,
So
nonprofit.
if somebody was interested in starting their own nonprofit organization, honestly, I would definitely say to leverage social media. A lot of people don't understand how powerful social media is. I network with people on a day-to-day basis on social media. It's man, I just love social media. You know, I just love it because I'm, you know, creating relationships with individuals that, you know, I don't know. You know, they just love me and they support everything that I do and and stuff like that. So I would definitely say create a presence on social media. Um, do something that other people aren't doing, you know. So again, it's a lot of organizations out here that feed the homeless that do something that's totally different. If you go and feed the homeless, just put your own spin on it, you know, just do your own little thing, you know, even if it's, you know, we wanted to incorporate something with Empowering Cuts that was like, let's bring out a basketball court, let's bring out you know, a spinning wheel so these individuals can win prizes, or you know, if they're able to make 3 shots or whatever it is, man, they win a prize, you know? So it's like having a ball with them and just, you know, just having fun with them, man, because they're human. You know, these individuals are human. So again, I would definitely say, just put your own spin onto whatever you want to do, you know, and have fun, have have fun, service the community, service these individuals, and just get to know them for who they actually are, man. Because a majority of them are beautiful people, you know.
Yes, yes, that's so good because I feel like some people get discouraged when they want to do something, but they're like, oh, there's already a lot of people in the market doing it.
Yeah,
No,
not at all.
nobody got your touch. Nobody got what you got to bring to the table. You are unique, and God has given you a divine gift and purpose that only you can bring out on this world. So I know that
Yeah.
we are almost on time. I feel like time flies by when we're having such a weighty conversation. But before we end, Joshua, what can people do to support your business? Where can they find you? Where can they reach you? And go
Yeah, if
ahead, tell
anybody is
us.
interested in making a monetary donation, you guys can make a monetary donation at empoweringcuts.org. That's the website. Our Instagram handle is at empoweringcuts underscore. Facebook Empowering Cuts as well. Everything is Empowering Cuts, you know. So yes, if you guys are interested in donating, if you guys are interested in just following the movement, you know, I answer as many DMs as I possibly can. So please, if you guys have, you know, any questions, any concerns, any opportunities, please DM me.
Yes, thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope that you found this episode helpful. I surely did. I needed to hear that. So thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget to share this video with a loved one. Let's get the word of spread and let's keep empowering people. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that you don't miss the next one. Joshua, thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you.